right, guys. Well, I keep hearing that Buffalo Bore 220 grain hard cast is the 10mm killer. Both Chuck from Alaska Ballistics and LW Road showed that there were problems with this Taurus TH10, and it's always this heavy stuff. I believe it's because 10mm was developed to shoot 180 grain ball ammo. Now, I have filled 10mm pistols, and we are going to, sorry about the mess here. My workstation is horrible. I have to keep everything organized or I get magazines mixed up. Nothing is chambered. I will show you that. And we have 5 pistols. So I bought 60 rounds of 220 grain hard cast. It was ridiculous. It was like 130 bucks. So please become a patron if you can. But I'm going to test them, the solid ones first, and then who I think is going to fail. So I think the XDM is the most solid of these. I think it's going to do fine. I've got 10 rounds in the magazine for that. Next, I think the high point is going to be good. I've got, it could barely fit the 10 rounds. It's got a 10 round magazine, but I've got the 220 grain hard cast there. Next, the Glock 20 Gen 5, I'm hopeful. I'm worried that it might have problems, but ever since we cleaned it after those first malfunctions, it's shooting even 220 grain hard cast fine. So I think it's going to do fine. I think the Sig will be fine as well. I've got 10, all of these are getting 10 rounds of the big 220 grain hard cast. So this is the Xten Comp. I think it's going to be fine. Finally, I think this guy is going to fail. You know, I put that video out saying that the Taurus TH10 was the best, but I'm thinking it's going to fail, so we are going to do 10 rounds in that, and I will have 10 rounds for myself to keep myself alive this summer out in bear country for whatever gun does well. So let's just go to the range and see if we get any failures. I'll be peachy happy if they all do fine, so we'll see. All right, this is it, the moment of truth. Every pistol has 10 rounds of 220 grain Buffalo Bore hard cast. I have the most faith right now in this Springfield XDM 4.5, so we're going to try it first. Come on, XDM, let's see you make all 10 rounds. I had no doubts in my mind. High point is solid. 10 rounds, 220 grain hard cast in the high point. Yeah, this thing is such a pile. There we go. Okay. It's actually better than... Woo! Yeet cannon! All 10 rounds. How about that? The slide was weird. It felt like it was coming back slow. All right, please, Glock. Glock 20 Gen 5, 10 rounds of the hard cast. A little worried about this one, but I think she's going to do fine. I'm getting all flustered. I'm fogging up my glasses here. So I'm worried about the Glock 20, but let's see how she does. Oh! Glock, you steaming pile. Couldn't do it. Fuck. Wow. First shot we had a jam. It might be these mags. I'm using Gen 4 mags because that's all I could find. It might be a mag issue. I'm going to give it a chance. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't think that's a total failure because it was like that first shot, but still, so far the Glock has failed. Go figure. And I'm a Glock fanboy, right? All right. The Xten Comp. A little worried about this one. I don't know how she's going to do with the hard cast, but we shall see. Better than the Glock. X10, better than the Glock. Wow. And finally, the moment of truth. The Taurus TX10, I expect it to fail. It's probably going to do fine and only the Glock failed. That would be my luck. But 220 grain hard cast, buffalo bore, 10 rounds. Let's see how the Taurus does. Come on, Taurus. And we have a failure, first shot. I bet you it's going to be worse than the Glock. So, failure to feed. I think I'm going to save some of these if it keeps jamming because this is ridiculous. Let's try it again. Okay. Okay. Oh, no. Another failure. It locked back and didn't feed it. So that's a total fail. So the XDM wins. The high point is freaking solid. It's just a tank. Glock 20 Gen 5, steaming pile of shit. I'm just kidding. I think it's solid. I'm gonna do some more testing with this because that's not acceptable. X10, solid. And Taurus TH10, steaming pile. A steaming pile of shit. So that's what I have. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to return to the Glock and the Taurus and see if I can get them working. But yeah, it's disappointing. Not the Taurus. It's a pile, but the Glock is very disappointing. So we'll see.
My name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh, no, get shot by a bear, but I don't care. I got a 10mm. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures.